In this chapter, we basically have Kishimoto's attempt to legitimize Kaguya through Black Zetsu. Now, when I say legitimize, I mean you have a character that is relatively new to the series, right? So what you can do is you can use a character that we've known or that you've used previously and have him say, hey, you know what? I actually know her. In fact, I've been working for her all this time. And I think it's a very smart move, and I'm really glad that it was Black Zetsu because using Black Zetsu to tell this story works, not only because we've known him for a long time, but also because he's always been very secretive of his affairs and what he's been able to do. I mean, it was there in the story, right? Like, we always knew that he had the ability to record things. It's just people didn't question it because it's like, I mean, it's fucking Black Zetsu. Nobody took him seriously up until now. As it turns out, this black substance has been behind the Senju and Uchiha conflict for generations. Like, this guy's job was basically to get these people to fight over and over again. You know what Black Zetsu reminds me of? He reminds me of, let's say you have a pretty bad breakup, right? And your ex is just super pissed at you. Black Zetsu is like your ex-girlfriend if she swore to not let you be happy ever again. So what he does is that he stalks your Facebook pics, he gets in touch with your friends to know who you're dating, and does everything in his power to fuck things up. This guy was even at the ending of part 1 watching Naruto and Sasuke duke it out in the Valley of the End. Like on some straight up stalker shit. Things are becoming interesting now. Chill, bro. Chill. Jesus. Oh, and speaking of Jesus, Naruto. He actually was able to use one of those black balls and make it into a little platform for Sasuke to stand on. Why he didn't use that ability to save Sasuke and Kakashi in the previous chapter, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's just one of those things. But Sasuke, before that, he was falling into the lava and he was able to teleport using his Sharingan. Kaguya then warps out of this little vortex and starts choking Naruto and Sasuke and crying at the same time because she's disappointed in her children. And this is when Zetsu starts absorbing their chakra. Now, I'm a little bit confused because by the end of this chapter, Naruto is able to break free. Granted, Zetsu was returning to Kaguya, meaning that, you know, he wasn't really holding Naruto with the same force that he was before. But at the same time, it's like Naruto, by the end of this chapter, he is in the same mode that he was before the chakra absorption took place. So I'm like, how much chakra did she actually take away from him? We get a little shot of Hahirama and his bro. Again, I've said this before, but his bro kind of looks like the Shinigami. Just saying. And there's a couple of things from Zetsu's explanation that, I mean, I liked it, and I think it works overall. But at the same time, there's some things that I'm like, I don't know about that. And there's this part where he says that the reason why Madara survived his fight with Hahirama was because he was able to use Izanagi. I guess being dead, he Izanagi'd himself into being alive. That's a little bit of a stretch. And yes, I understand that he used, you know, Itachi giving Sasuke Amaterasu as an example, because Itachi, the ability activated after Itachi's death. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, we saw, like I always assumed that Itachi was able to transfer Amaterasu to Sasuke because one of the last things Itachi did was touch him in the forehead. So he kind of transferred the power there. Because if you could use Izanagi after you're dead to revive yourself, like, couldn't Danzo pretty much do the same thing if he wanted to? Like, why didn't Madara use the ability before he died? You know, instead of actually waiting to die? I don't know. It has nothing to do with the fact that Madara was Indra's descendant, because Itachi wasn't anybody's descendant and he was able to pull it off. So I don't know. It's just fun to just look at all these things and look at the implications that it has for the story. I mean, this is Black Zetsu saying this. He says, Madara regurgitated the flesh that he had bitten off and swallowed from Hashirama. What the fuck is going on with these translators, bro? He regurgitated the flesh that he had bitten off and swallowed from Hashirama. That sounds like some pretty disturbing fan fiction. Madara awakens the Rinnegan, and we see a panel of him in old age with both Rinnegans. So my question is, if he sacrificed one of his eyes to use Izanagi to revive himself, Shouldn't it just be like one eye that he was able to, awaken the Rinnegan in, or does the fact that you awaken the Rinnegan just automatically give you your eyesight back? I don't know. That's just a question. Yo, Black Zetsu, this guy was treating the Uchiha tablet like Wikipedia. He was editing the shit out of it, adding changes, just writing whatever the fuck he wanted, and then people would believe what was written on it. So there you go. Wikipedia for the shinobi world. So he would need to rewrite a set of instructions that would lead to infinite Tsukuyomi, because I'm assuming that through infinite Tsukuyomi what happens is that you lift the seal that was placed on the moon that, captured the Jubi through Chibaku Tensei and created the moon in the first place. But the problem is, and as we find out in this chapter, the Jubi was not just this monster. Like, the body of the Jubi also was part Kaguya. And it is also revealed in this chapter that the reason why Kaguya wanted to obtain power in the first place was to give it to her sons. So, to me, and I think that's the reason why she's crying, right? Because she feels disrespected. She went to all this trouble to get her son's power, and look how they repay her by sealing her into the moon. Actually, you know what? I think those tears have more to do with feeling betrayed than feeling disrespected. Because she was betrayed by her own sons in a way. And by the end of this chapter, Naruto equates that betrayal to just being independent. Moms should be proud of their kids. Just growing up and making their own choices. Lastly, I really liked the part where Zetsu says that he was the one to show Kabuto Madara's corpse. Because really, there would be nobody else to know where that corpse actually was. So the fact that that was there, I think it just made perfect sense. It fit really neatly into the storyline. Great job. Finally, the chapter ends by Naruto telling Sasuke that they need to use that jutsu. You mean the fusion dance, Naruto? Well, whatever the jutsu is, it has to be a combined effort. There's no other way this jutsu can function without both the Indra descendant and the Ashura descendant. So, we'll find out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Overall, this was a solid chapter. There were some pretty interesting things in this. So, comment, like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel. Catch you guys later. Thanks.